How's it going, guys? JTJudgment here, and welcome to another legend review in Ultimate Team. Today, guys, as you can tell by the screen and by the name of the video, as always, we're going to be looking at Hernan Crespo. Now, Crespo was a player that quite a few of you actually requested to see. He's one of the highest requested players by you guys for me to review. And who can blame you? I mean, his stats are absolutely crazy for a striker from the Legends. I mean, he's 87 rated, as we all know. 87 pace, 79 dribbling, 84 on the shooting and the heading, 64 on the passing, and I think it's 44, 45 on the defence, something like that. So his card face stats are fairly decent. I mean, you could say they're decent, but on the other hand, you could see they're fairly average for an 87 rated player, especially an 87 rated Legend. I mean, myself, with the Legends, before they came out, I honestly expected their stats to be crazy, but there is a handful of the Legends where their stats are very, very basically average for the stats, for the rating that they were given, and obviously due to the fact them being Legends, I'd expected a bit more from them. Crespo's sort of like half and half, and he played like that in game with me as well, guys. He was the sort of player where I didn't really know what to say by the time I finished using him, because he was I struggled to sort of give you a final opinion, because I don't know, have you guys ever used the sort of player where you buy him to see what he plays like, but then by the time you finish using him, you can't really decide whether he's good or bad? In the situation with me, Crespo's the sort of player that he scored the goals for me. Not with ease, he did score the goals, but I didn't really enjoy using him. Now, let me go through some of his pluses and his cons. I mean, some of his pluses, he's got 5-star weak foot and 4-star skills, so that's one of the big things about him. You can shoot with either foot. You don't have to matter what direction you're running in. You can just get into the position, the best position for the situation that you're in, and then you can just hit the ball with either foot, which was a big, big plus for me. 4-star skills as well, so a lot of people that know what they're doing with their skills will like using him. His finishing in the box was absolutely fantastic. In my opinion, throughout all the players that I've reviewed and all the players that I've used in Ultimate Team to date, he has got to be one of the best finishers inside the box. His heading is fantastic, his all-round, his game in the air, basically, just winning headers through corners and just jumping up in the air and just heading the ball. He done a fantastic job at that. And he's also very fast. 87 pace on the card. He felt like that. Now, on the other side of that, I could play one game and he would outpace everyone. You could see some of the goals that I scored in this video. All I had to do was get him on the ball and run. That was how easy it was. But then I could go into another game and he would get caught up by absolutely everyone. That's the sort of thing that I was talking about. I didn't really come to a conclusion whether he was good or bad, because I could play one game and he would just completely annihilate everyone and score 5 or 6 goals for me in that game. Then I could go into another game and he would feel as if he's got no strength. Everyone would catch up to him. His dribbling was terrible. He couldn't finish anything. It was just really, really weird. Now, let me go through some of his minuses. He is very weak. That was something that I found all the time. He was muscled off by everyone, and in a lot of situations, someone would run up to him, press B once, and the boy would fall to the floor, which was really frustrating and confusing. Seeing his 73 strength isn't the worst. It's not the best by any stretch of the imagination, but it definitely isn't the worst either. I would expect him to outstrength a couple of people at least, but literally everyone that tried to take the ball off him got the ball off him and made him fail miserably in the process, you know. His long-range shots, pretty much when I say long-range shooting, anything outside the box for me was terrible. Now, don't get me wrong, there are a couple of goals in this video where he scored from outside the box for me, which are pretty decent, but if you know me and know how I play, I take long shots and shoot from outside the box all the time, every game. And for Crespo, these shots came very few and far in between. Some of the most annoying things about him, guys, is that he never makes runs and his positioning is terrible. Now, he's got medium attacking work rate and low defensive, which is pretty decent work rate for an attacker, but his positioning was terrible. He never made runs for me. Now, what I mean by runs is, literally, what I mean is that he never made runs. The boy would stand still and wait for me to pass the ball to him. You know, I would have someone in the perfect position to launch the LBY ball over the top and for him to run onto it and score, but he would never run. You know, I would kick the ball, and just as the ball hits the floor, that's when he would run. And it was stupid. I don't understand why he done that. It was very frustrating. And the last minus that I've got, guys, is his dribbling and ball control is pretty poor as well for a 79 dribbling stat. I do expect at least decent dribbling, but it was very slow and really clunky trying to move in and out of defenders, and it was really frustrating as well. So as you can see, final thoughts, do I think he's worth it? I gotta say no, guys. I mean, think of what you could do with 1.4 to 1.5 million coins. You could get yourself a non-informed Messi, you could get yourself a non-informed Ibrahimovic, you could get, for all I know, you could possibly make a full informed team. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know he's a legend, guys, and a lot of people out there, especially people who have got a lot of coins on their account, want to use the legends and try out what they play like. But for me, guys, in my opinion, I got to say Crespo is one of the legends that you should avoid in Ultimate Team. I've given him a final score of 8.5 out of 10. I've given him such a high rating because he scored the goals for me. I'm not going to say that he's crap because he was decent at times. He did score goals for me. He scored a lot of goals for me, but he just didn't give me that legend feel, you know, the feel that you should get when you buy an expensive player. And I just didn't experience that, guys. So if you ask me, like I've said, is he worth the coins? No, he's not exactly the sort of player that I would advise you to save up for or buy coins for. But if you've already got the coins on your account, then, you know, by all means, try him out. Let me know what you think. I'd really be interested in seeing what your thoughts are on him. But I just wanted to let you guys know what my thoughts are. Bottom line, not worth it. Save your coins, buy someone else, guys. So that's my final thoughts and review on the legend Hernan Crespo. I really do hope you enjoyed this video, guys. As always, if you hit that like button down below, I'd really appreciate it. I love you guys. And also hit the subscribe button as well for more squad builders and player reviews to come in the future. And as always from me, guys, take care, and I will see you all next time. Ta-da, guys.